Welcome to Conversations with Anne Elizabeth. We are having a special episode of Cocktails, Mocktails and Conversations this week as I invited back my favorite threesome of Carrie Moody, Nicole Rodriguez, and Dave Sherotski. It's a crazy time in the world right now with the COVID pandemic, so we just needed a cocktail to converse about what's going on, how to stay positive, and what we are learning through this experience. Cheers!
I feel like we already blew our load. Like we're already done.
I have to say, you all three sound so professional. Like the sound of your microphones. I feel like there's been an upgrade in all of your lives.
Thank you.
Wow, I have you
That
fooled.
is not true at all from me. But thank
At
you.
all.
I go back to when we had our first cocktail, as we trickled in with all three of you. They've just gotten better, I think. So,
Well, Carrie's not in the closet, right?
No, I'm
no,
not.
she just
I think that was bringing us down a little bit.
behind her.
What does that have to do with anything? It was quieter
Being
in
the
there.
closet.
Not in. Okay, not like that, but
I don't blame you for being in the closet, Carrie. I don't blame you at all.
I think I was bringing sirens and stuff. So, I mean, there was that too.
Well,
Oh, remember
There
that
was
one?
a
That's
few
right.
times
Nicole
that-
had a shootout outside of her house the one time.
Yeah. I'm not even in the Bronx
nobody's
anymore.
allowed
And I still
outside.
bring it.
Nobody's
Yeah.
allowed outside, so we're all right.
Yes. All safe and quiet.
So, I'm
Maybe
interested.
that's it. Maybe
just to
that's
kinda
it. It's just that
see-
nobody's outside to cause any background noise.
This could be the quietest podcast ever
This is it.
if we weren't talking.
Shh.
Waking up.
Yeah.
late.
Everybody be quiet. So this is kind of just an impromptu. There's no rhyme or reason to this conversation tonight. I just wanted to connect with some friends, have a good cocktail. So I know, Nicole, I think you're off the wagon right now, right? Or on the wagon. What's that term? How does that go?
You know what? I always forget which is which.
I do too.
If you're
But
not
you're
drinking,
mocktailing
you're
it
on
tonight.
the wagon.
Okay,
You're on the wagon. Okay.
I'm on the wagon right now for maybe like 5 weeks now.
So just Ambien or what?
What's that?
Somewhere around there. So yeah, just my stack of, it's like Ambien, Cialis, Flexerol. I'm just kidding. None of those things, guys.
Melatonin.
Nothing. Yeah, I'm on a hard evening regimen of magnesium, which I think Carrie is partaking in as well.
yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What is
Do
that?
you notice the difference
Does that kill
in
the
magnesium?
coronavirus?
It does. It boosts my immunity and it kills multiple viral strains that may be present.
Heard it here.
No,
Heard it here.
I really like it for the improved sleep quality. Like it definitely helps you fall asleep, but doesn't make you feel weird in the morning. And I think in general, maybe like a greater sense of calm. Carrie, would you agree to any of that? Yeah.
I definitely sleep better when I take it, and I wake up. I don't know. I just wake up feeling rested, maybe because I'm sleeping better, but also it just has this calming effect. So even if you don't take it right before bed, during the day, it just makes me calm. Which I'm neurotic, so I need to be calm.
And like you
awesome.
haven't
So what
murdered any of your
form?
kids, right? So there's
No,
that.
I've been very calm. So
Yeah.
that's, amazing.
Good.
What form of magnesium is it? What magnesium? What's the form of it?
The I don't know. I have to look at the box. It's the good one.
It's good. Well, there's so many. There's citrate. There's glycinate. There's therinate.
Hold
There's
on.
all these different ones.
I'll look it up
I'm
and get back to you.
I can tell you, I take Natural Calm, and I made sure it was the proper of whichever one doesn't cause GI distress, because I think it's the
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that one. It's very pleasant.
Okay. Is that what you're sipping on? Is the Natural Calm tonight?
No, I can't sip on that because I'll be falling asleep in like
You'll
15
fall
minutes.
asleep.
I was like, bye guys. Yeah. So unlike Carrie, I can't take that shit during the day. I'm a lightweight with my magnesium supplementation. Got
It's
nothing.
the glycinate chelate or however you say that word.
Yeah. That's the one I heard that's good too for not having the GI symptoms.
Yeah, for stomach, whatever, comfort, better absorbed.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. So what's your mocktail, Nicole? What are you sipping on anything?
I had some Fairlife Kids with a slice of banana bread before I got up here to partake. Yeah.
That sounds
I will
delicious.
call the police.
I want to know what Dave's drinking, because last time I recorded with Dave, he was like, I don't know if he was like half in the bag or all the way in. Like it started with I think like an almost full glass of whiskey, but I don't know if it was his first or his second.
So I'm going in about the same way. So I have about let me measure, about 2 fingers of scotch right now.
Perfect.
And how many fingers do you ladies like?
Wow.
I like 0 fingers of scotch. But a bum. That was said. That got thrown out there. Nice.
That was pretty good. You were the only one who answered.
That was good. And Miss Carrie, what are you sipping on tonight, my friend?
We have nothing. Like, people just raided the stores today because we just got put on a stay-at-home order yesterday.
You're a rookie.
So I'm not one of those people that's like hoarding all my stuff, which maybe I should have been. But all I have is White Claw, so I'm drinking black cherry.
Oh,
no law, ain't no law.
It's that kind of night.
It's that kind of night.
Oh my God. That is dangerous because I do like sparkling water and I get them confused if I keep drinking them. Then I'm like, oh, it's just a sparkling water. And then I'm like, oh no,
just a little
it's not.
seltzer.
And I'm passed out on the floor in my bedroom and I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Next thing you know, somebody's holding your hair. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news. Well, I am sipping on I'm having a screwdriver because I thought, I need
Vitamin
some
C.
OJ in my life. Yeah. It's not going to boost my immune system, but it can help my immune system.
And it might kill the coronavirus.
The vodka part.
All the So since this is our Corona cocktails, mocktails, and conversation party on the podcast, how are you all doing with this? Like, what is your feelings on the coronavirus? How is it in your area? Talk to me, since I'm in Iowa. It's a little bit different. And Carrie, you're in Arizona. Dave, you're in Philly. Nicole, you're in Canada or wherever the heck you are.
Nicole took off, right? Like Nicole took right off.
Nicole took off for the hills. She's like, peace out.
Nicole's on an undisclosed island somewhere.
She is. She has a Swiss bank account too, probably. So
poor Miguel's looking all around the house like, fuck.
So,
Carrie, since you just said that you guys got put at a stay-at-home order today, what's happening in Arizona?
Okay,
Why did it take so long? Everybody else has been on stay-at-home.
Okay, well, listen. The governor put us on a stay-at-home, stay connected, stay healthy order. And basically, he didn't want to be the bearer of bad news. So he kind of said, okay, you should stay home unless you don't want to. So you can go golfing. Yeah, if you can go golfing, but make sure you're staying 6 feet apart. You can go get your hair done, whatever. So it's like bullshit, really, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, it's no different than it was really 2 days ago, but you still, okay, so don't slap me, but I did go to Home Depot like 4 times over the past 2 days because I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can to knock out a few home projects while, I'm on lockdown, because I know it's going to tighten up in the next couple days. But
so is everything still open? Like, you can go anywhere?
Yeah.
Everything's still open?
Everything's still open. You can't sit like in the restaurants and stuff, but everything's still open for takeout. And there's not really a whole lot that's closed down, to be honest.
What about your gyms and stuff like that?
Well, the gyms, yeah. So,
Okay.
And I just found out today, like, I'm on a work furlough for the studio that I teach at. So they didn't want to lay anybody off. So they kind of just put you on a furlough. So whatever the hell that means. The gyms are closed, and But I mean, other than that, it doesn't really feel very different. Everything feels like it's essential for some reason. Everything. So some people, I think like the people I talk to here, it's mixed. A lot of people have been on lockdown since March 13th. And they haven't like left their house or their yard. But other people, like I went to take the kids hiking a couple weeks ago when half the world was shut down, and there were so many people hiking that mountain. There's no way you could stay 6 feet apart from each other. All the parks are open still. So I feel like the governor's going to get a lot of backlash for that, because I know a bunch of the mayors, like a lot of people are pushing for them to shut things down.
What about your grocery stores? Did they get like whacked or what?
Oh my gosh, everything was gone. Everything. Like I couldn't find eggs. I couldn't find water. I couldn't find anything. Now it's gotten a little bit better because they actually activated the National Guard. So Matt's unit is a transportation unit in the Guard. So they have them unloading trucks. But I think that's largely political because there's only like 2 trucks for the whole unit, which got mobilized. And he's exempt because he's law enforcement. So thank God, I would have lost my freaking mind. But
That'd have been bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like they should be doing more, but they're not. So that's where we're at over here.
You're doing your part by staying home.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You're doing your part by staying home.
Well, today I am. Yes.
So
It's
you're
like Home Depot.
Like you have teenage kids. Are the kids listening, or are they just like, fuck this?
No, they are listening. So my oldest 3 go between my house and my ex-husband's house. So he's like super paranoid about all of this. He doesn't even want them going between the 2 houses. I'm like, mom needs a break too. You're not going to stick me with them for 4 months or however long this is. So, yeah, they've been pretty good about it so far, but we'll see how long that lasts. I mean, boyfriends are involved and teenagers. My daughter is a senior this year, so she's like devastated. They shut down school for the rest of the year.
What does that mean?
So,
oh wow.
I mean, yeah. So they just announced that on Monday. No more school till August. FML. Wow. And so like all the teachers, like the older 3 each have like 5 teachers because they switch classes. So I'm getting like 40 emails a day on what assignments they need. And so that's been fun. But I don't want to call myself like a homeschool teacher because I could never be a teacher. I'm more like a tutor right now. So just maintaining for them. But yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like for her. She's missing graduation. She's missing prom, her senior trip. Like, it's so sad.
I hope you let her drink some White Claw at least when she's at home on the weekends. Like, you have to at least cop to that, right?
I mean, she doesn't ask. So
that's nice of her.
She doesn't ask.
4 of them. She doesn't ask.
Dave, tell me about Philly. What's it like there?
We're on complete shutdown. We've been on lockdown for probably, Nicole, 2-3 weeks?
I feel like you went on before we did, even because like your liquor stores were shutting down and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
I think it's been 3 weeks for you.
So I think we're on week 3. I am not bothered by this at all. I think this is all fine. I've been preparing for this forever. Like, I hate like bumping into people at the grocery stores, and I hate, like seeing people out. Like, I hate having to like be nice and make small chit chat bullshit. And I hate doing that. So this is great. Like, I can't talk. Corona, 6 feet. Bye. Talk to you later. It's so great. I'm gonna miss it.
Oh, jeez.
Is your wife staying home yet? Is she still working?
So
I know that
she's essential. So she works at a hospital. So she is an essential employee.
Does that make you nervous?
Yeah, I mean, like, so a whole floor of the hospital that she works at is now just dedicated to COVID-19. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, patient doctor confidentiality, like, they're not even allowed to, like, tell you how many or anything like that. So, yeah, that weirds you out a little bit.
Does she hose herself down with Lysol before she comes
I do. The minute she gets in, I just spray her completely in the face.
Yeah. Like, don't breathe on me. Here's some Lysol in your mouth.
Give her like a nice bleach bath for foreplay, Dave. Hey, baby, I'm going to run you something.
Hey, baby.
Fucking Clorox up in this bitch. Go get clean for me.
Shut
really
your
clean.
mouth. This is medical whipped cream. Shut. How dare you? I'm a professional. But yeah,
so Dave, since you cook all the time, so how often are you going to the grocery store? Are you like one of those people that has plenty of food in your house and you're good to go?
We were pretty good to go. So, anytime like, we just had St. Patty's Day. So anytime like there's like a big sale on something like corned beef, like I stack up on corned beef. So we're pretty solid on corned beef. We've always had, like hams or turkeys or whatever's on sale. Like we're good. We're ready for the zombie apocalypse. We're ready for COVID. We're fine.
I picture your pantry being like your bedroom and you guys sleeping in the pantry. Like, I feel like your bedroom is like where all your food is.
And don't you move a goddamn thing.
Like you and Lisa are in bunk beds in the pantry while your like master suite is just full of food.
God, that would be so great. That would be so great.
Well, I was listening to your Nicole's podcast last week, which is excellent. So if you haven't listened to the Food Sex Politics podcast from last week, you guys were talking about ground beef being sold out. Is that still a thing?
Yeah. So the last time I went to the store, I couldn't get like meat's really hit or miss as to what's there. It's either like, like dinosaur chicken nuggets or like a leg of lamb. Like there's nothing in between. So
interesting.
You're either getting like this like awesome high quality meat or you're getting like spam.
Interesting. And Nicole, since you're on a deserted island somewhere off the coast of Cha-Cha-Cha.
She keeps posting lobsters and shit. She's doing fine.
Did you purposely take off because of this? Was that the intention?
No, so like somewhere around, I don't know, maybe you guys know I love ice cream, I make no bones about that. So like near my mom's house, there's this chain. It's called Stewart's Shops. And it's like basically a convenience store and a gas station, but their dairy is like really, really good. And their ice cream wins all sorts of like national prizes and shit. And it's just like, it's so fucking good. And every time I'm up here, I'm there like every night. So I get their alerts because I'm insane. And I see like, oh, they've got a new flavor at the counter. Double buttermint fudge. Holy shit. Like I have to go get this. And I text my mom. I'm like, hey, this comes out. I was like, there's a new flavor coming out on the 12th. I'm going to come up for a weekend with Nala, just the girls, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I pick up Nala from early dismissal on Friday the 13th. And like halfway up here, I get a message from her superintendent, like schools are closed for 2 weeks and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so we were already like up here because I needed ice cream and
just you get gas station ice cream.
Exactly. It's really like not surprising at all. So yeah, so obviously it's a little scary. Like my husband is at home and he's still working because he's on a job with the MTA. It's considered essential. One of my best friends is a cop, and I was just texting with him before we got on. He's going to get tested tomorrow. He has asthma. He hasn't been sleeping, and yeah, so it's like it's definitely a little bit scary because the deaths kind of like keep piling up in New York City at this point.
New York's the hardest hit. Like how many are actually around you?
Yeah, what like down like where I live normally? Like on like where
yes,
where my husband is, yeah, like on like on the
that poor bastard is looking for dinner for the last few days. Yeah, him.
Yeah, it's like a 4 mile island, and I think there are almost 100 cases now. So like right like in Long Beach proper, there's like I think there's like 75 cases. But it's like you don't know like. Yeah, these are people who are confirmed. Like God knows how many people just haven't been tested, right? And so I think that's the scary thing, no matter where you are, is who really has it and who doesn't.
Absolutely. So you're safe. You're hanging out with mom, chilling out on your island and
hanging out.
Are you going to stay there indefinitely?
I'm in like the mountains. I could go outside every day, which is really crucial when you're doing kindergarten math at like 9:30 in the morning every day. Yeah, I think of Carrie. I'm like, wow, how does she do this with like many of these? And
your pretty bunch of family.
She's not doing heroin. She's just having a White Claw and a little magnesium.
Crying myself to sleep every night.
Yeah, or there's that. That's okay too.
You need more. You need more magnesium, girl.
Yeah.
So what's going on in Iowa?
Part. So we are not in a stay-at-home restriction at all. We are. Our governor. Our governor's basically closed down everything, and she's trying to prevent us from being stay-at-home, which she needs to because no one's listening to her, at all. So, like, Carrie, you were talking about walks, like people are out hiking and stuff. I went for a walk last night, and it's like people are just oblivious to the 6-foot rule when you're outside. It's like, it doesn't exist. Let's just all pass each other and high five and talk in the front yard. And I'm like pissed. I'm like walking in the middle of the street because I'm like, get away from me. I don't want you by me. They all think I'm like I'm sure that they thought I was a total bitch, but I'm like, come on, people, this is ridiculous.
So, now it's time that it's time you just polish that up.
I could just be like, hey, I don't want to walk by you. You're gross. And I know you probably have the COVID.
Like, yeah, I'm that bitch. I'm that COVID-free bitch. Step off.
Well, and I think of myself, I don't want to expose anybody if I've been exposed to it since I work in a very public place. So I'm like, I don't want to do that to somebody. But they've shut down everything except grocery stores and banks. That's it. So no, I think Home Depot's still open and everybody's there. Everybody's at Home Depot, Lowe's, or they're at the grocery store pretty much is what people are doing. And their parking lots are packed. Traffic hasn't changed that much. We're still like seeing the same amount of traffic basically during rush hour. I get pissed because I'm like this.
How funny is it though that you could just walk into a bank wearing a mask and gloves and now it's fine?
It's totally normal.
Good point.
Has anybody seen any good people wearing stuff in public places, like preventing the COVID?
I wear gloves. Every time I go out.
Yeah, I wear gloves.
Do you change?
Do you really? I
can't
even find gloves.
Are you wearing like mittens, Dave? Or do you have like your like pop out hand mittens that you have like, half gloves and underneath?
Yeah, they're like the ones that Judd Nelson wore in Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, those. No, I have the legit fucking like latex ones.
His regular
and you're
gloves.
Changing them, right?
Right, yeah, regular, right. The exam gloves. Just in case the young lady needs me on my travels.
That's interesting. Because I see people with gloves, but no one, they probably have wore the same gloves all day. And they probably just took them off at home and then put them back on and went back out.
That's disgusting.
Like,
yeah, but you know what? I was like a hand washing fanatic and like all that before any of this even went down. So, I mean, the thought of any of this is just reconfirming everything that I don't want to touch anything or anybody. So,
did you wear gloves before this all started happening, Dave?
No. So this is a recent development.
Okay.
It might be a permanent one.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Like going forward, like, is this going to be like the society? Like in Japan, like everybody wears like the face masks and the gloves and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you think about how dirty was everybody prior to this. I think think about
everybody was like 20 seconds to wash your hands. What?
I don't have time for that. That's how everyone was.
Like people had to legitimately sing happy birthday because they were too fucking stupid to understand what 20 seconds was.
That's true. And I think that's
terrify
insane.
Everyone.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. And then thinking about like all the touch points you have within a day and how people don't wash their hands in general. I mean, everything. Disgusting.
I liked it like when it first started happening and people were like, well, say I do XYZ. Should I still wash my hands? Yes, you fucking on. It's not hard.
Something is easy. And the hand sanitizer thing, I think, is hilarious. Like, when you think about what's sold out, there's hand sanitizer is like non-existent, but there's plenty of soap on the, the shelves.
No, is there
so
really?
Why aren't we? Yeah. So why aren't people more concerned about? Yeah. Like there was, someone was telling me that they went to a store and this lady was like, "Where is your hand sanitizer?" And the guy that was helping her was like, "Well, we have soap." And she's like, "Well, that doesn't work." She was fighting with him.
Jesus Christ.
She was
I hope
him
this thing kills everyone. I hope it does.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. My husband actually looked up how to make your own hand sanitizer. And I was like, well, we have like a ton of soap. And he's like, yeah, but you could just make it with Everclear. So we should stop by Bevmo and get some of that before it closes down. It's like Bevmo is probably going to be considered essential. So I'm sure we're fine with that.
I'm going to shoot Matt a bunch of messages right now.
I was like, we have soap. He's like, yeah, but it doesn't work as well. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. No. We have a distillery here in town and they started making hand sanitizer because they couldn't be open. There was like 4-hour people in line in cars waiting for 4 hours to get a 12-ounce like jar of it. Jeez. And I was like, "Can't you guys just go to the grocery store and buy a 69-cent bar of soap, and it would be like way more efficient?"
Of course not.
Car for 4 hours.
I think we have. They're having the prisoners in New York State make hand sanitizer. That's like one of their new. Wow. No, I'm dead serious. That's one of their.
Damn it! Is that
that's
right?
One of their like new. Seriously, no. Like when this first started, Governor Cuomo was showing it during like one of his little like daily releases, like, oh, like, and at the time we're like, oh, that's kind of funny. And so like my next door neighbor was locked up for like almost a year on, I don't know, it was like his third DUI or some crazy shit. He got let out the day that they announced the stay at home in New York State. So we came out of jail and had to go home.
God damn it.
Aww. Is that
Poor
the
guy.
most terrible? And I don't even think he made any hand sanitizer to bring home as like a memento. So yeah, that's rough when you come out of jail and into the COVID
You
crisis.
lose all
like,
the butt sex, then right away you have to stay in your house and you don't even get hand sanitizer. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, at least will prevent him from getting his fourth DUI since he can't go anywhere.
Bingo. At least that there's a silver lining if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Love it.
I see that as a golden ticket.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about all the like social media? Because social media, obviously, we talk about it often, but all the memes, all the food related posts, which are kind of driving me crazy. What are your guys' thoughts on those? Because I feel like nothing's really changed because we're not like rationing out like government cheese and bread. We don't have that issue. So why is food and like all these social media posts are either about healthcare or they're about food? That's what I think that they are. Too extreme.
Because you can't post yourself jerking off. So it's literally, what can you do? It's you can make food or that's it. Unless you want to post pictures of you guys snotty kids running around.
Yeah, that's really all there is to show.
And Dave, I liked how you said, and I'm just going to refer back to your podcast that I listened to, that you're talking about how people are like, they don't have the ability to, take pictures of their dining out food. So now they're actually like cooking and they're doing things in the kitchen. So,
and it looks terrible and I fucking love it. Like there's like
satisfaction.
There's a really big like Philly food influencer. Like she's got a huge following and everything. Really nice girl. Nothing fine. Right? She's nice. We've met. Whatever. But she gets all the clicks from hitting up all the restaurants and being a groupie. And I was here. I was there. Look at me. La la la. But now, you can't do that. And if you do, you're getting like a styrofoam container that you're taking a picture in, and it looks like absolute dog shit, which makes me smile. Or he did like a recipe tutorial the other day, and it was literally making pasta and putting frozen veggies on it.
Ooh.
Mind blown. Wow.
Right. So I absolutely love this.
See, and like I agree with Dave to some extent when these people are suddenly like, look, I made some ramen noodles. Ooh, big clap. But like there's a pretty big group on Long Island, and their hashtag is LI Foodies. And like one of the guy who like leads it, he calls himself the Grub Father. I've never met him. Seems like a really cool dude. And he's a travel writer, and then he does a lot of work with Long Island restaurants. So like obviously, like what is he doing now? He's not going anywhere. There's no restaurants to eat in. And he's actually I feel like he's actually like trying to do a service to these local businesses, and he's curating lists of like, hey, this is the takeout deals in this county and that county, and so on and so forth, and like trying to help them out, which I think is cool. But to try to pivot from like, oh, I used to take photos of like beautiful restaurant meals, and now here's my styrofoam container, like, dude, just don't, like, I don't know, post throwbacks all the time. Like, can't wait to get back to whatever kitchen and have these biscuits yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because none of you guys have changed the way that you've cooked, right? It's just same old consistent thing that you've always done.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Which is like, I guess I feel like I don't need to go into my COVID kitchen and whip up a dish because it's just my kitchen. Like that's what I I guess I've seen that. And I'm like, it's my kitchen. It's not the COVID kitchen. Like I've seen things like that. And I'm like, this is goofy. Whatever.
So are stores, like Anne, your store, is it empty? Like are the shelves empty?
It depends on the product. We're getting kind of like you said, we're getting stuff back in. Toilet paper is still like totally hit and miss. So our like Kleenex's paper products are very much hand sanitizer.
So are people eating detergent? The toilet paper? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's
bonkers. I don't. Yeah,
I don't know. You better get that 2-ply at least.
People are stealing it out of our bathrooms. They're taking it out of the stalls. Yeah, that's happening. Which I think I went in there one day and I was like, oh. I had to shake it off. I was in the bathroom one day because someone had stolen it. I was like, really?
This is like apocalypse for idiots.
I hope you really need it. If that was like, I hope you're not doing that like for fun. Like, I hope you really needed that wipe if you stole supermarket public restroom toilet paper.
Why don't you just roll a whole bunch off and like stick it in your pocket or something? I don't know. I wouldn't steal and they're big rolls. Like you can't just
like
stick them under your coat. Yeah, you can't stick them under your coat and be like, I got this.
Where do you put that at your house?
They just probably throw it on the floor. Roll it off. I don't know.
Put it around your dog's neck.
Yeah.
Also, what's with the... Yeah, your new shelter dog's neck was now wearing this jumbo-sized toilet paper roll.
Adopt those pets. Everybody can be home to adopt those pets.
That's perfect. Right.
Dave, you should get a pet for the boys.
That's exactly what you need.
I don't need a pet.
Carrie, you should get your kids a pet so they can
absolutely not. No. You know who would be taking care of it? Me.
You.
Yeah.
And then I'd love it more than the kids, and then it's a whole thing.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Then someone else can shelter the kids when you're tired of them, when you decide that you love the dog more.
That's a nice
Everybody's home. Take a couple of cute little white baby boys.
Yeah, I'll FedEx it to you.
2 for 1.
You don't even need to sign.
No, just take them.
Do you all think that with this time in our lives that it will change people in any way, or do you think everyone will just go back to the way that they were? Carrie, you start, girl.
Oh, gosh. Personally, I think it's going to go one of two ways. People are either sitting at home, like eating themselves to death, or they're like panicking. Honestly, like as ooey wooey as it sounds, I feel like this is just like, you have to think of it as, what are all the good things that can come from this? Because a lot of people are doing things and they're just on autopilot, and they're doing things that they hate every single day, going to jobs that they hate. And now they're kind of forced to slow down. And at first, like, I was really pissed, but now I'm kind of looking at it like, okay, well, my oldest is almost 18. She's going to be moving out soon. I don't have a ton of time to like sit and hang out with my kids. So now we're like spending a lot more time together because we have no choice. And, you know, Matt's still essential, so he still has to go to work, but it just makes me, I don't know, I'm not going to cry, but it just makes me more appreciative of all that time. Cause I'm like, how did 18 years just go by? You know, and just reevaluating like my business stuff. I'm very fortunate to have him as my backup plan, you know, so I can kind of step back when I need to step back. And
this marriage
that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, it's working out great. So I feel like new opportunities are going to come from it, and everything's going to change. Like the school system in Arizona sucks, absolutely sucks. It's like lowest ranked almost in the country. So I feel like them having to figure out how to change all of this in a really short amount of time is going to be a blessing in disguise. I don't know how, but I just feel like it is. It's going to change a lot of things. So I'm trying to be positive, but
I thought you meant positive, like half the population would die.
Wow. God. I mean, you can look at it that way, I guess, too. Survival of the fittest, right? Jesus, Dave. So, I don't know.
That's a good perspective. I do hope some school systems do change, because I guess this just really threw them all for the loop, that they can't just keep doing what they're doing and hope with the same results. So, yeah, it's interesting. Nicole, what do you think? How do you think the world will react to this?
I think really this is just bringing on a lot of change that was already kind of like, is it coming down the pipe or down the pike? God, I feel stupid tonight. Wagons, pikes,
I never know that
Jesus
either.
Christ. I'm glad I'm not alone, guys. But I think like as far as just like some creature comforts that we all enjoy, like I'm thinking about like, oh, that last time I took a stroll through like a TJ Maxx before this all happened. I'm like, fuck, TJ Maxx might be done. Like any retail store like that, I think a lot of that is just going to die off like it probably was going to in the next 5 years. And this just put the nail in the coffin of a lot of our creature comforts. So I think the world will be different, but it was all sort of coming anyway. And I think of some of this school stuff, and it really has me thinking, like, I don't know if I want my daughter in public school when it comes time to go back. I wasn't really like convinced in the first place. And now I'm really thinking of things that I value for her, like being outdoors and being able to think more creatively and not being stuck to, I don't know, worksheets where you press a button and, you know, drag the right ending to the word cat or whatever the fuck they have her doing. So it's like a good time to, like, you know, pause and reflect and make some decisions.
Yeah, I like that perspective too. And Dave, you can be kind of serious, you can be kind of funny. I know it's going to be a mixture of both. So hit us. Dave.
I think he went to put some gloves on and start another exam.
Did he? Okay, well, TV continued on that. All of a sudden, he's gone. Maybe the corona got him while we were talking about this.
It just struck right down on him. After that comment about half the population dying, the vid was I'm going to get you.
I went to Google and I was looking up, is it down the pipe or
Where'd
down
you
the
go?
pipe?
You thought the corona got you.
And it must have shut it off. It's down the PIKE pipe.
Oh, which one is it?
So here it is. So
I'll sleep tonight, even if I don't take my meds.
The original was down the pipe, as in like a turnpike. There it is.
You're the best. Oh, that makes sense. Now it's easier to remember.
On the wagon and down the pipe.
There we go. And on the wagon, down the pipe. Got it. Okay, Dave. When you escaped, I was asking what you think. How do you feel about? Will this change people? Will this situation, make people think differently about their lives? And how is it going to change you?
I love that Carrie and Nicole had like these lofty and the school system's going to change and we're going to be better. I honestly don't buy that for a second. We are the dumbest, most arrogant fucking country in the world. Nothing will change.
I did not say we're going to be better. I did not say that. Did not say that.
It really is. It's a good time to reflect on the healthcare system. It's a good time to reflect on, paid time off, on human rights, like things like that. It's a perfect time to really reflect on that. And we'll hit it for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to get right back to where we were. So nothing will change.
How about for you? Will anything change for you?
No.
I'm thinking about you and like your career. So you've had a pause, right, in your career. Yeah, so have you thought differently about moving forward with what you want to do with your life?
So there's plenty I want to do, but it's what I can also afford to do.
Sure.
I would love to start somewhere new and, say, fuck off the finance altogether. But the problem is finance pays really well. So it's that.
Will there be finance after this? Shit. No one's going to have any money.
Not, but no, so that's part of the problem, right? So there's one of two thoughts right now, right? It's either you're screaming at the top of your lungs, sell everything. This is, the sky's falling. Or half of the population's also looking at this like, oh shit, everything's on sale right now. So there's going to be a ton of buy-up.
Yeah, that's true. What do you recommend us doing?
What should we do? Free advice right now. Thanks.
Everything's on sale. I think this is it's a really good buying opportunity. You have to look. Here's part of the gamble, though. You're looking at who's really going to do well, right? So Amazon's going to kill it, right? Mm-hmm. You still need deliveries. You still need like freight. You still need food. Like anything like that you can get into, you're going to do great.
Someone said Disney too. Like that would be a good thing to buy right now.
No, Disney's a great buy right now because they're down really hard because of the cruise industry. But the cruise industry is going to get bailed out, so it's all going to come right back.
Yeah. So should I buy stock? Should I get stock in the cruise company then? Is that what you're telling me? Wait, can you legally tell me that?
So I would say Disney, yes. The actual cruise companies, like if you're looking at Princess or any of those, that's a hit or miss because some of them are going to do really well with the buyout. Some of them are probably going to fold. Same with like the airplane industry. So if you guess right, you're going to do really well. But if you stick with like a big blue chipper, like a Disney, a Boeing, you're going to do great.
There you go. Financial tip.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Everyone will be flocking to Disney after, all these vacations that got canceled. They'll be like, Disney will be pounded with it.
Yeah, everybody's going to want the escapism. Everybody's going to want to forget everything. But yeah, everything's going to go right back to normal. Nothing will change.
You don't think people are going to be paranoid for an extended period of time about travel and being in close?
Now. People are not paranoid now. People want to get on planes now. There will be no change. We are a dumb, arrogant country.
What do you think it's going to be like when we come out of
China? We're beating China right now in fucking corona deaths.
Yeah,
true.
And China's insanely think of all the people that live in China.
They're triple our population, and we're beating them because we're fucking arrogant.
Yeah,
and dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in Dave's school of thought. I don't think anything will change. I don't think people will change. I'm sick of people saying they're bored at home. I'm about ready to strangle everyone on social media that's, saying quarantine day 17. I want to be like, oh my freaking God, stop the countdown. You're being ridiculous. But I just don't see it. And like Dave said, I just don't feel like it's happening now. I don't think there's just another person I know that she's like, oh, we just got back from Costa Rica yesterday. She's like, we needed to get away from everything. And I was like, I just wanted to be like, what? And you took your family and what? So if they're not doing it now, they're sure as hell not going to do it later and be responsible. So yeah, I'm kind of
the only way it happens is if everything gets a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Which it can
could.
still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord, hear our prayer.
Okay, did you guys get sick a few months ago? Like, I had this cough of death for 20 days, and I thought I was dying.
You had the Rona.
I felt like I had coronavirus in February before it was even cool to have it.
You're patient zero.
You're a trendsetter.
And like my kids had, like the whole family was sick, so maybe we're immune to it now. I don't know.
I'm hoping. My friend had it for 2 months, and it was like a dry cough and had a fever, and like his ribs hurt and his back would hurt, and it wouldn't go away. And he went to the doctor 3 times, and they were like, "We can't help you. We can't do anything for you. Sorry." So maybe they're saying it could have happened. It could have been in the United States back in November.
I believe it.
So I did too.
My daughter would text me from her bedroom downstairs and be like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I can't breathe. And I thought she was just being dramatic until I got it and I was sick like that. And I was like, oh, this is what she's talking about. I feel like my chest is going to collapse.
Had the Rona.
I had it. I think I had it. I don't know.
Carrie, you need to spit in all of our drinks. That way we'd be immune.
It's like the chicken pox all over again. Go run around with your friend Carrie.
Do you think people will go and get the vaccine if and when it becomes available?
Depends.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, they'll probably get that vaccine, but they won't get the flu vaccine.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think anti-vaxxers will like turn the other cheek and be like, all right, I'll do this one. It's cool. That'll be very interesting, but you won't get a fucking flu shot. Get out of here. It'll be very interesting to see that dynamic.
Be autistic.
Right. Well, you know how that goes.
It'll be
Dr. Jenny McCarthy told me that's what happens.
She'll probably get the first COVID vaccine. Marky Mark will hook her up. Or what's her husband's name?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie, not Marky.
Mark.
Not Mark. That's your
I'm
my man. That's my man.
I'm just really surprised that all these essential oils aren't like doing it.
Isn't that shocking?
That's something.
Man.
I mean, they're essential. They're essential.
I would
So
have thought my lavender essential oil would have knocked this right out.
You're rubbing yourself with lavender every night.
Well, he does that anyways, I'm sure.
That's a given.
Right behind the ears.
Right behind the something. He does a little eucalyptus word. Yeah.
Like lights the tingle.
Yes.
For her pleasure.
Come here, Lisa. Get out of that bleach bath. I just did my eucalyptus application. You're going to like it.
Yeah.
Come feel the burn,
Rona
Lisa.
from the hospital. You might have got the Rona from the hospital, so I'm going to cure it.
Yeah. Start whipping up your potion. Start whipping up your potion. That's what I want your next Instagram Saturday post to be about, your potions you're making for Lisa.
To protect yourself.
Well, to end our conversation, I want you guys to share with me what you're working on. I know, Carrie, you said that you're kind of working on revamping your program. What is everybody kind of into right now as far as their their work?
Oh, well, I'll go first. Sorry, Nicole. Did you want to go?
No, definitely not. Go ahead.
Nicole was just going to say pass.
So I'm still doing my program, but I'm just doing it. I'm trying to come at it at a different angle. I don't know. I've been really conflicted about it because I feel guilty because half the world's been laid off, but at the other half of the world is still kind of they have time to focus on making their health a priority. So, I mean, so far I've had great feedback on it, but it's still just a very touchy subject, I think, for a lot of people. They're kind of still just navigating this new environment that they're in. So I'm not really pushing it. I'm just focusing on really trying to figure out how to be a teacher to my kids at this moment, and focusing on family and renovating my house. So the business stuff is like not my 100% priority right now, if I'm being totally honest. So that's where I'm at.
Nicole, how about you?
Yeah, you know what, Carrie, I couldn't agree more about this feeling like a very touchy time. And I have to say, I've been really put off by some of our peers who seem to be down everyone's throat. Hey, you should call me because you're stuck in the house and you might want to eat a lot of food. Fuck you. I think that's sorry. I think that's just such a crappy way to be as a person right now. I think it's maybe a better time to be a good person than to be hey, I'm a brand and give me your money and I'm going to help you through the coronavirus crisis. I mean, yes, people probably need help, but I'm also very cognizant, I've had clients who are laid off and clients who are nurses and have bigger fish to fry right now and things like that. So, definitely
and let Nicole eat her gas station popcorn and ice cream.
Yes, exactly. Just eat gas station ice cream. It's all going to be good. So I definitely feel conflicted at times. How hard do you want to push out? Aside from that, I've worked on a little thing for beef this week. They have some really amazing content coming out. I was supposed to speak at the Animal Ag Alliance Summit next month, and that got moved to a virtual summit. So it won't have quite the same feel, but we'll still be presenting, and I'm excited about that. And yeah, just like Carrie, working on being a little bit of a teacher all day long. Pretty big priority right now.
Yeah.
I like it. Dave, I know you're rearing the children.
Glad you asked, because unlike the noble aspirations of Carrie and Nicole, I want to exploit people. I think I'm going to start a dietitian program.
Ooh.
Where we can get a certain maybe hashtag or something certified, and then we offer this program out, and we make a lot of money.
I'm coronavirus dietitian. Are you going to be coronavirus dietitian?
We're getting Rona dietitian in. Yeah, definitely. we're going to get dietitian boss to be an actual thing. It's going to be a certification.
Are we going to have CEUs?
And not everyone will be certified. This is an elite master levels thing.
So you're going to check if they don't meet all the check marks, they do not get the certification.
Oh, you're out. You're out.
Huh. I like it.
You can reapply, but you're out.
Wow.
Ooh.
And then when you reapply, you have to pay again.
Oh, you have to pay again.
And again. Wow.
You might even get taxed a little bit since you couldn't cut it the first time. I need to know you want this certification.
Holy shit.
I like it. I think send us a curriculum of what you think this should look like in the outline.
It's going to be rowdy, but I'll try.
Carrie, do you think we should loosen our morals a little bit and join?
Absolutely.
You got time for this, right?
Certified dietitian boss. You cannot be a certified dietitian boss without my program.
Well,
this is what it's come to.
I'm definitely interested. I'm interested in what this layout will look like and what my investment will be in the program, or
what you're going to be super stoked about is my diploma that I print out that you can stick on your fridge.
Do I get a sticker for the back of my car that says, my kid is on the honor roll? Or like it could be like my dietitian's on the honor roll.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to cost you, but you can get one.
Dave,
that sounds like Trump University, right? Like you get the printout online of whatever, like, quote unquote diploma. Perfect.
Dave, my 8-year-old he was like, Mom, what's a food porn unicorn? I was like,
Have a seat, son. Have a seat. We knew we were going to have to talk about this one day. It might as well be today.
Get your clipboard out.
Yeah, you need to schedule that Zoom call, Carrie, between them so then you can be class in session.
Yeah, they're going to go live.
No.
Tyler and I are going live.
Yeah. Dude, he's kind of obsessed with Dave. It's your voice. Like anytime I'm watching one of your stories or something, he's like, is that Dave Sherotski? Like he just likes to say your last name or something. I don't know.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
Remind me to send him out a shirt.
Food porn unicorn in training.
He has shirt. You have shirts now?
It's part of the certified. It's part of the dietitian boss certification program.
Oh, okay.
We have swag. We can get stickers and shirts. And
you got to show it off. You got to show it off.
Latex gloves. God. Everything.
I hope he's signing them with latex gloves. We don't want to spread anything. Before the eucalyptus, please.
Send your credit card number to Dave Sherrod. Send it to Tyler. Tyler's going to be my money guy, so send it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Send Tyler all your credit card information, and we'll get you booked in the program.
Yeah.
It's economics, it's home ec, it's sex ed, it's everything, Carrie. Just hand it over.
It's all the eds and all the X.
I feel good. Now this I feel good about. Yeah. I don't want to take advantage of people who might feel like, their health is suffering during the COVID crisis, but this I can get behind. Like, everyone's offering free resources to their, like, free homeschooling resources. I'm like, no, we're charging for this one. We're putting Dave on a Zoom. 7 years and older, you can solid minutes. You can sign up. It's perfect.
All the eds and all the X's. That's amazing.
It's called an investment in yourself.
Yeah.
You are the financial expert.
That's what I am.
Oh, gosh. Well, on that note, I think maybe we'll have to have a post-COVID cocktails, mocktails, and conversation and see how this program is coming along.
We should actually put bets on what happens, what doesn't, everything else. We should see who's closest.
Okay, well, we'll do
what
that.
What are the parameters?
Yeah, I mean, we need to have parameters and how much money are we investing?
Yeah.
In yourself.
Oh.
And in me, because I'm ultimately going to win because nothing's going to change.
Hey, I'm on team on that one. So we will
that's
win.
right. All right. Ann and I will split. That's fine.
Yeah. This is a perfect 2-2 split. All right, friends. Thanks for spending your evening with me, and stay healthy and stay safe, and don't go to the grocery store. Thank you.
Deal.